Hello, it's NoirNerd, and this is the second vlog in my NoirNights sort of game devlogs, where I talk about this idea, work in progress game we're working on called NoirNights, which is a interactive fiction game, short interactive fiction game I'm developing using Twine and chapbook story format, which is like one of the newest story formats for Twine too. So I thought I'd talk a bit about the art I'm developing for the game at the minute, or did I say developing and drawing. I've decided to go with, I want to make it like a comic book really, so I've been drawing by hand some draft designs, editing a little bit with GIMP just to add some colorize some parts of the artwork. So yeah, I'll show a few of those. So some of them I'm quite happy with. More the character designs I like presently. A lot of the environmental drawings I've tried to do I'm not really that happy with. I think they need probably either redoing or reimagining somehow. So there's some instances also where I'm doing like drawings of paintings which are in the game, because there's a part of the game where there's a few parts in the game where you actually can look at artwork, which I suppose is a bit meta really, but so yeah, I'm sort of happy with some of the character designs I've started to develop for various characters in the game. One of which I can't share actually because it's a bit of a spoiler, but so I won't share that one. But I've got the design for Raven. She's sort of like your friend in the game, sort of stereotypical goth with the ankh symbol and sort of gothy look, dark hair, Raven. It's almost in some respects I'm a bit unhappy with myself for using the name Raven, but I've used it throughout the story so far, so I don't know. I mean, this whole IF that I'm developing with the vampire interactive fiction is sort of an experiment. One idea I do have at the minute is sort of I'm going to make a series of these games which will all be self-contained stories, but all the name NoirNights. So one idea I have is that this first one will just be called Vampire. I mean, it's a self-contained story, so there's a beginning and an end. There's several endings actually, so there's one main ending, but there's several other endings you can go down. Basically you can get stats at the end where you can just see what type of vampire you are. So you can go down, and there's also a good and evil rating system, so you can morally shift your compass somewhat, which is obviously it's been done in a lot of games already, but I wanted to experiment with that. And also a blood bar, so your strength will go up or down depending on if you take damage, and also if you feed on people. It's the main way you'll get, really the only way you get strength is by feeding on people. You're a vampire, feeding on their blood. So I think that introduces an interesting dynamic. But yeah, so the artwork's progressing. I need to redesign some of it. Some of it I just feel like the design I've got so far for the Dark Horse Club just lacks something. I mean, I'm not like very good at drawing environments, so that's a learning curve. I'm going to have to try and improve on that. Character designs like Raven's looks okay, I think. I've got a character who's like a sort of like liberal lefty type reading a newspaper that you can encounter in a cafe, which is, the drawing's okay for that. I mean, maybe it could be improved, but there's some feeling of character in that drawing. Again, I don't want to give away too many spoilers for the actual plot of the game, but yeah, I think so. Yeah, so look, I'm sort of mixing traditional drawings with colorizing them with GIMP, GNU image manipulation program, which is probably the direction I'll keep on going down for the artwork. I want to try and make sure that every passage has got at least some sort of drawing. Might not be able to achieve that. I might have to repeat some ones, like where if you're interacting with the same character, maybe you show the same drawing over it on each passage, different passage, but we'll see. Very different reactions to different events. It'll be good to put in there. So all in all, I mean the development sort of stalled for the last week. I'm still at camp in Russia, so I'm on a balcony and still in the house, and so it's zapped my energy a bit, to be honest. But I intend to get back on it again when I have the time, like a few hours in the lunch and stuff, just to carry on doing it. So yeah, I think in terms of a launch time, probably maybe a month even. I'm pretty confident I can get it. I mean, the actual core the game is done already, actually. So it's more about, at the minute now, it's just about adding artwork, play testing, and to get doing the actual game loop and since the story is developed. So yeah. All in all, like in terms of a self-contained story, I think it works. Again, obviously I don't want to give away spoilers and just get into the whole plot, but essentially it's just charting the development of a new vampire, exploring the world as a vampire and coming to terms with it. And the game forces you to make decisions again, which can sometimes lead to your death, and but a sort of redemption, or will force you to become more and more consumed by your vampirism. So the world building probably could be built on a bit. So like the world itself is quite not really explored that much. It's sort of a generic cityscape, I suppose. So maybe I'll leave that to another NoirNights game I'll do. It's like I said, I want to do these self-contained stories which all have this sort of dark theme to them. Maybe a cyberpunk story next, or a noir detective story or something. But yeah, I've done a previous vampire game, NoirNights, so this would be a nice companion piece to that, maybe in some respects. And yeah, it'll be my game dog for the dev vlog for the second one for NoirNights. And yeah, like and subscribe. And like my channel's a bit of a mix. It's like tutorials, vlogging and programming, and game dev tutorials as well, game dev vlogs. So if you like that, then like and subscribe. Obviously, hit that like button and subscribe. With all that said and done, have a good one. Goodbye.